This is what I call a sweetheart deal. Now, so, another venye nimesweat. Doubt you.
Tell us more about the housing fund in Kenya.
And now I'm introducing the housing fund because that's the elephant in the room. Now, let me just make a guess. I don't know what is the solution. So, today, nyinyi hamuelewi hii maneno. Quite honest, this is what I call a sweetheart deal. Now, so, another venye nimesweat. Doubt you. Sorry, you're going to have that. Sorry, I'm very normally animated. Guess what? You see why I am struggling piki ponki and how can I
Toka kwenda huko.
God. Your God, Jesus.
Let's hear more explanation from Ruto himself.
Kununua ile nyumba.
Okay. Well, President,
affordable, acha niende hapo kwa affordable housing. Kidogo tu tafadhali.
Okay, briefly, we need to proceed also.
Tafadhali.
Okay, thank you.
Kwa sababu unajua hii maswali ni mingi.
Yeah.
Watu wengi wanasema lakini bwana hii sasa hata kama ni 900 si nitachukua miaka 60 ndio niweze kununua nyumba. That is not the case. Hii pesa ambayo unatoa sio ya wewe kununua nyumba. Pale tukishajenga manyumba ya kutosha ambaye wewe unaweza kugharimu kwa ile mshahara yako. Uko na tunajenga nyumba ya 2500, 4600, 8000. Ile the most expensive house tunajenga ni karibu 12000, 3 bedroom house. So tunasema hivi. Ile pesa ambayo tunaweka pamoja ni kutupatia uwezo ya kuleverage kwa hiyo pesa. Kama ni bilioni 5, tunaweza kuitengeneza kiuchumi iwe mara 5, mara 7, tuweze kuitumia kujenga manyumba. Hii manyumba itatusaidia kwa wale wanaishi katika vitongoji na hata wale wengine wote ambao wanalipa rent. Badala ya kulipa rent, wewe utaingia kwa nyumba ambayo badala ya kulipa rent utalipa mortgage.
Okay, Mr. President.
Unaelewana?
Yep.
Wacha nimalizie tu kidogo.
Okay.
Huyu jamaa anasema sasa mimi nalipa rent saa hii ya 1500 na nakatwa 900. Itakuwaje? Kama unaweza kulipa rent 1500, mbona usilipe mortgage 500 ndio nyumba iko yako? Iko dhambi gani? Na katika hiyo harakati, number 1, umesaidia nchi yako. Umesaidia wale jamaa hawana kazi lakini wanatusaidia kulipa ushuru, ndio mshahara yetu. Mimi kama rais, na wewe kama daktari, na wewe kama mwalimu, na wewe kama mjumbe, na wewe kama MCA ilipwe. Pia tuwasaidie wapate ajira.
Okay.
Tuwasaidie wapate mahali pa kuishi. Na jambo la 3, tuhakikisha kwamba mashamba yetu ambayo kwa sasa yanakatwa ili wananchi waishi, we start to consolidate our position kama townships. In any case, statistics show, my brothers and sisters, that the future is urban. By 2050, 68% of people will be living in towns. So we have a choice. Are they coming to live in slums when they come to, because they will come?
Okay.
Or are they going to live in decent houses?
Thank you, Mr. President.
And if they are going to live in decent houses, we have to engage in this win-win program.
Okay,
in this program, just allow me 1 minute. In this program, because it is very important to me,
okay,
and it is very important to every Kenyan, and I want every Kenyan to understand why they have to contribute 3% of their salary. It is not that it is a tax. It is your money, my good people.
Okay.
And we are going to double that money using your employer. And you are going to get that money with interest. And you are going to support us. You are going to help us to employ the millions of young people, including your sons and daughters, in give them
time for the questions now, Mr.
Okay. And Mr. President, you have a very ambitious plan.
Thank you.
The housing, the housing plan. My question is, are you saying that those lucky enough to secure jobs will be contributing to this fund so that you cushion, the most vulnerable in the society? We have millions of jobless Kenyans out there. Don't you think theirs could be an earning problem and not a saving problem? Because now, if you say
theirs is
an earning problem,
yes,
not a saving problem. So even if you make these houses very, very affordable, some of them cannot even afford that 2,500. And then my question too on that, if I'm already paying for mortgage, why should I be forced to contribute to the fund?
Very good question. If you are paying a mortgage, nothing stops you as somebody who is employed. Yeah? Number one, contributing to this fund. Because it is not a tax. It is your money. What you are doing, you are playing your patriotic duty. Because out there, we have millions of young people who get out of school every year. It is our responsibility, me and you. Why is it our responsibility? Because they are the taxpayers that end up paying our salaries, right? And it is our duty also to see how we can help them in a small way. And you have said correctly that their problem is employment. Precisely. That's why I'm saying these 5 million characters, our children, getting out of school. Don't you think it is a decent thing? Don't you think it is the right thing to participate in an exercise that helps our country, our young people, instead of engaging in crime, in abuse of drugs, to be part, to get a job? By the way, in the last 8 months, 8 months, I have launched the construction of 36,000 housing units in Kenya. Yeah? I went to Homa Bay. Last Friday, I was in South B here at the Levy, where they are building, I think, 2,000 something houses. I will be going to Makongeni, hopefully in the next maybe 3-4 weeks or 1 month, to launch another 30,000 houses. The 36,000 units, there are close to 100,000 young people today working in those sites. Engineers, quantity surveyors, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, masons, all manner of people, including the women who sell food.
Okay.
It is a whole ecosystem. I was very amazed in South B. A group of women were saying, sisi tunaitwa protein. Sisi ndio tutakuwa tunauza chakula hapa. Bwana President, tunataka uhakikisha kwamba hii watu wasilete watu wengine. Because you see, it is a whole ecosystem. And I want to ask my countrymen and women, those of us who are employed, please, let us not hold in contempt those who don't have jobs or those who are not.
You say it's not a tax.
It is not a tax.
What is it?
It is a contribution you are making, because if it was a tax, tax, it goes one way. You never get it. This is not a tax.
Okay, why
because it is your money.
Okay, why then, Mr. President, if it's not a tax, if that bill hypothetically say is passed by the National Assembly, it's legally binding?
Yeah, of course.
It's not a tax, you said.
It is not a tax.
Why would I contribute? And if I don't want?
That's what the law says.
But why are you passing it?
Yeah, the question I'm asking you is, are you saying, Abdi, that you don't think it is your business to contribute to the employment of the unemployed Kenyans?
Okay, it's the responsibility.
It is not your
Kenyan
business.
government. Okay, hang on, Mr. President.
Who is Kenyan government?
Kenyan
government is me and
hang on,
you.
Mr. President. You saw the mandate of the Kenyan people.
Exactly.
There is we can't represent all of us.
Yes.
I worked hard for my money.
Yes.
You said it's not tax. But there is a bill in Parliament. If it's passed, it's legally binding. why would I make a contribution for others to succeed? It's your business as the government. You are the head of state. You have the responsibility. You have the mandate.
That's why the Constitution gives me the power to tax.
But it's you who is leading
and
the
that's
government.
why the Constitution gives me the power to sign things into law.
Okay.
You know? So I am simply doing my job.
Mr. President, let's get the specifics very clear.
Yeah.
It's a very simple issue.
Yes.
You are saying it's not a tax.
It is not a tax.
That's the commander-in-chief saying
Yes,
that.
it is not a tax.
Hang on, let's go step by step.
Yes.
There is a bill that will come before Parliament.
Absolutely.
Hypothetically, let's say it's passed. If it's not a tax, why would I contribute?
Because it is the law.
The law, Mr. President.
Once it is passed, it is the law.
Okay, meaning then it's a tax, and you understand it's a tax.
Yeah, once it is passed, it is the law, and you have to contribute. Let me ask you.
One rider, Mr. President.
Let me ask you. Just allow me.
Just
Let me ask you, Abdi. Do you know that today you contribute 6% of your salary to NSSF?
Correct.
Why? It is not a tax.
Mr. President.
Okay, hang on.
On that,
President.
Mr. President.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Okay, hang on,
it is
Mr.
the law.
The issue, though.
There is the NHIF question, Mr. President.
Yes.
Which you have passionately talked about.
I am very passionate about it.
Which is still, again, because you have cherry-picked on the NSSF, but there's the NHIF component, which I still pay for.
Yes.
You pay for as well.
Yes.
But then, what's the point of contributing to the NHIF program, yet I go to the hospital and I only get paid for the bed?
Precisely. That is why I want to make NHIF work. You know how I'm going? I'm working on it, by the way. It is in the works, and it will be part of this exercise. What I have done on NHIF, and I have a good history, long history with NHIF. When we came into office in 2013, there were only about 3 million contributors on NHIF. And by the way, NHIF works. I was in Thika, Kenyatta Referral Hospital.
Teaching and Referral Hospital.
Teaching and Referral Hospital. And the doctors there spoke about NHIF in a way that inspired me. How NHIF has helped many people who would otherwise have not been able to get medical service. What I'm doing with NHIF is exactly what I said. And by the way, Hussein.
Ayub.
Ayub Abdi. By the way, this housing plan, I talked about it in the campaign everywhere. And I promised the people of Kenya, if you elect me president, this housing thing, I am going to use it to get jobs for our young people and to remove Kenyans from slums. So it is not something that I arrived in office and I started. If you read the manifesto of Kenya Kwanza, it is a big chapter. In fact, I was asking some of the MPs that were trying to say, oh, you know, I asked them, when me and you were standing on the podium and told the people of Kenya, elect us, we are going to arrange for housing so that you thought it was a joke. It was not a joke.
Na Mheshimiwa Rais, tukisalia katika.
So that's where we are, Abdi. Hapo ndio tuko.
Okay.